Alright. We have decided to do the most desperate thing we can do. Ask Von Karma for help. Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready? Yeah, Your Honor. Yeah, Your Honor. No pressure on both sides. I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you all seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? It's nothing, Your Honor. What's wrong with Edgeworth? It looks like something unexpected just happened to him. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impact's suicide note. Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered that this suicide note is a forgery.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh. What? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This note was not written by Miss Impact herself. It's a fake. Order! Mr. Edgeworth, would you care to explain what is going on? If this was not written by Ms. Impax, then who wrote it? We will need more time to do a more detailed analysis. However, it appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Wong Karita. Mr. Karita?
Are we going for a double cross?
Well. It looks like Miss Impax never left a suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about Engard. However, Your Honor, even though this suicide note was indeed a fake, Mr. Engard could not have known that, and so that fact remains unchanged. Acting on the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it. That does sound very plausible. This theory that Engard had no idea that the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it. Yeah. The whole camera stuff that you were just talking about. Wouldn't he know?
Yeah.
The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. Engard to not have known it was a fake.
Camera. Or transmitter, but camera.
I'm sure. Take that. What is this little item called again? A video camera, Your Honor. Well, a very small one, but... Oh, that's right, a camera. Ah, you kids and your fancy toys nowadays. Mr. Edgeworth, earlier you claimed you knew Mr. Engard knew of the existence of this note. Because he was spying on the victim, isn't that right? If that were true, then this means Mr. Engard would have known that the victim had forged the note. So then, the defendant knew this suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation has slowly changed in a very dramatic way. Exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. Engard's motive for murder was, it has suddenly disappeared into thin air. But Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. Engard monitored Mr. Karita for 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote this note in a place Mr. Engard didn't know of. Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us some proof that the victim made the forgery at an unknown place? Grr. Order! Mr. Edgeworth? It looks like this time it is you who has dug his own grave. As I figured.
Where's my shovel?
My shovel. Huh? As you figured? As I figured. It came down to this after all. Mr. Edgeworth, you were not making any sense. When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next? What next? If the prosecution can't prove Mr. Engard's motive through their evidence, then we must prove it from another angle. Well, I agree with you there. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. Oh? Well, that's fine. However, this witness is a little unusual. Her name is Wendy Obeg.
No.
Edgeworth stuttering? That's not like him at all. Unusual? Well, what sort of witness is this person, Mr. Edgeworth? This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of who was it that hired Shelley the killer to commit murder? That's impossible. Who in the... No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth, who is this witness? It's, yes, go on, who is it? The man himself, Mr. Shelley the Killer. Oh, Mr. the Killer, I see, that makes sense. Well, what, wait, what? Shelley the Killer? You mean the killer? I mean the assassin? Yes, Your Honor. He's coming here? To the witness stand? Well, yeah, in a matter of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask for your permission. Well, Mr. Wright? Yeah? Is this alright with you? Do I have a choice here? I can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. Let's put the walkie-talkie up there. I wonder if it really is alright to do this. Very well then, the prosecution calls this witness to the stand. Edgeworth, is there no other way left to us? Now then, witness. Your name and your, occupation, please. Hello.
Wow.
And I thought a parrot was already kind of wacko. Very good, sir. My name is Shelley the Killer, and I am a professional assassin. I say, well, what's going on here? Your Honor? How can you remain so calm? And what is the meaning of this two-way radio? Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered just now, and it came for condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Mr. D. Killer would testify to this court. So this must be what that urgent phone call he got earlier was about. Oh no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court. First of all, we can't even be sure this is really Mr. the Killer himself. Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are, in fact, Shelley the Killer. I understand. Please wait a second.
You shall arrive your wife's head soon.
I'm so hungry. Maya! A voice. Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this? The defense has no objection to this person. We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelley the Killer. It looks like we are run to yet another unexpected turn of events. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so... Now then, witness. There is one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. And what would that be? At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Carita. Is this correct? It is as you say. I indeed killed Mr. Carita. Go. Now that we've answered that, let's move on to the name of your client. Very well. This is all just a bad dream. Yeah, that's it. A bad dream.
This case is truly a turnabout.
Shelley the Killer, what's he gonna say? Ooh, testimony from a radio. There is something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client. Mr. the Killer seems to be a very clever man. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us. While he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor, Mr. the Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief. You mean about this trust between his clients and himself thing? It seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the radio? Yes, Your Honor. There's no way to know what's coming next, so stay cool and collected, Phoenix. Alright. Let's talk to the radio. There's something I must first state. We can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us your clients? I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must state definitely. Do you know what the word first means? Sorry. Well, go on. Well, it appears that there's one witness you can't badger, Mr. Wright. That's only because you don't know about my situation. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. The trust between you and your client? I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome. And that's why you're testifying in this manner. This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I must preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me. But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust? It has never happened before, but if it ever did... Yeah? That person wouldn't be my client for very long. They would certainly... That's enough. Please, no more. Very well. It was only a hypothetical anyways. And that's the reason I'm here today on this witness stand. That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them. It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside their prescribed role. Their role? This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven. You. Who gave you the right to be so high-mighty? To the gentleman who spoke just now. Excuse me, but would you care to die? No, I didn't say nothing. The judge better watches himself. It's my wish that you grasp this concept before I give you the name of my client. We understand, so please tell us the name of your client. I'm afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do. This egomaniacal. It's not good for your health to be so aggravated. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you. Somehow, that coming from an assassin makes it less than comforting. I don't really care about all this extra fluff, just tell us the name already. Patience, try to calm down a little. It's important to try to understand his mindset. He seems very steadfast and close, so you're gonna have to work to get him to talk. I'm not his therapist, you know? There you grasp the concept before I give the name out. To an assassin, nothing. So I feel like there's a role we have to understand.
We have to press something again?
Yeah. To an assassin, nothing is more important between the trust between a client and himself. And that's the reason why I'm here today on this witness stand. I think it's this one.
Yes.
I wish that you grasped this concept before I give the name of my client. So his rule that he wants us to know is nothing is more important between the trust than the trust between a client and himself. Okay. Seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think this would be very bad for them. Doesn't matter to me. This client's already broken the rules and acted outside the prescribed role. their role. This person trying to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. This is a trespass that cannot be forgiven.
Maybe repress the one before that.
This one? Yeah.
Finish that. Yeah. Try that.
The trust between you and your clients. Provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust my clients are discreet about me and my identity. These are the roles and duties an assassin and his clients are to carry out. I'm sorry, but I was wondering about something you just said. You said that your client had already broken the rules? A person who frames another is the worst kind of human. And that's why you feel you can betray this person? I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role. Just my luck, an assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured? Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic? This case just keeps getting better and better. If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed. Everyone understands your point, I think, really. In that case, I believe I am prepared to disclose the information you seek. You have made crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe we are ready. Excellent. And that is the reason I'm here today, Mr. Winston. Now then, I do believe it's about time to reveal the name of my client. Don't you agree?
Let us know.
What is it? I can't bring up myself to ask the client's name. If you can't ask him, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness? What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Carita? That person's name is...
Bum. Like it's just... Oh.
Adrian Andrews. What? What? Witness? That's not who you told me it was earlier. Huh? Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. What? This can't be. On the phone earlier. Well, what's going on here? I guess that Mr. the Killer just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back. Stabbed Edgeworth in the back? I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. the Killer told him a different name. Matt on guard, perhaps. I knew it. This is outrageous. I was deceived. This witness is telling a very serious lie. But you were the one who summoned this witness. You, Shelly the Killer. My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is Matt on guard, am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal. Wow. All of a sudden, it feels like we can actually win this.
We don't want to.
Yeah.
But a W, a Phoenix W.
The W, our win streak. The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided a suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitely of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. the Killer's client who requested the murder was not the defendant at all. No. With all this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Matt on guard is innocent. I seem to have caused you all a bit of confusion. Please, continue your discussion and call me when you have reached a verdict. Beep. Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately. What now?
Killer on the spot.
Killer on the spot. With the way this is going, and Gar will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya. Yeah, But Edgeworth was right. The killer is lying. And on guard, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this? Who would have believed that the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant? Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Show the killer is certainly lying under oath. It wasn't me. Listen, everyone, please. The testimony was just now. It was all one big lie. Miss Andrews. Suicide note may have been a fake. But that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death. It was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. That testimony just now. You have to believe me. It was a horrible, horrible lie. But Mr. The Killer himself has testified. He had named you as his client. No, that's not true. Also, there's quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and button donning the Nickel Samurai costume? But that's... You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste Pack was a large part in your life. You wanted to follow her, and you want revenge against the two who hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reasons to want them both dead. No. Mr. Wright. You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story, who the real killer is. Tell them. Please, help me. Yes, I know the truth. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions.
None, Your Honor.
I have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Or do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do?
Let's trial continue.
Yeah, but what if we want the bad ending? You know, we can get the verdict and get the bad ending right now.
Get the game over.
Yeah. No, it's a game win for us. It's a W.
Yeah.
It's a W.
But then Phoenix has guilt conscience.
This decision tests our what we rewatching. Do we want that W or not?
I mean, if I was doing it, I would do it to get the bad ending to get real quick.
Alright,
What I did with Dredge.
Fine, we'll risk the W being lost. Phoenix. I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept I'm not guilty. You're a lawyer. I know. But Mangar's a killer, a murderer.
What did that lawyer just say?
Actually, it's funny that no one's pointed out because we've called her a murderer in the court like 5 times now. No one just brings it up. I can't.
We're just whispering.
I can't let him get away with this. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I'm no better than on guard. And
I'm waiting for her to swoosh up her hair and have an even bigger scar. And be like, you idiot.
And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact that it's because of Edgeworth that I now know the real truth. He could have gotten guard convicted so many times over, but he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust. His trust? I never thought about it until just now. I trust him? Yes, you do.
Don't read my mind.
Mr. Wright, your opinion, please. The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. D. Killer. Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright? Right. But that witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done. You got that W. Take it. I'm not done yet.
I'm forcing it.
To see through witnesses' lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. there's still more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur. No pressure, Gumshoe.
Hail Mary.
Very well. The trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please re-establish connection with Mr. D. Killer. Right away, Your Honor. Hello. Has a verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more. About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for? Well, actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are. Usually done. What is he talking about? Usually done? But, what shall we have him testify about now? Mr. the Killer, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court? He's got a point.
Very true. Very true, dude.
As I've already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. This is the most unexpected turn of events for the, 5th time now? However, this time, everything has finally been revealed. Just a second, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? We still have the cross-examination to do. But you don't need to question testimony or something like this. Do you, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, the defense will question the witness. As if I have a choice here. Huh? Why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to your defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then you'll get that L. Then I'll expose the lies of the also beneficial testimony, I suppose. I don't understand what's going on anymore. That makes 2 of us. Alright. I've already stated it quite a few times. Adrian Andrews is my client. However, what is it, Mr. Wright? If I press him the wrong way, it might raise suspicion on his end. But I have to do something to waste more time. Witness, about requesting a hit. Yes. How much is your fee? I see you are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney. Huh? If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial. Oh, that's perfect, Killer. There's someone I've been really wanting to get rid of, so we can talk. We can talk business after.
I hate getting hit by that whip.
Yeah. Mr. Wright, you really trying to hire him? Yeah. You want to kill me? You want me dead, don't you? Maybe. What? Why would you think something like that, Your Honor? Guilty! Mr. Phoenix Wright, you are hereby declared guilty. Witness, let's continue. Why did you disclose the name of your client? They are your client, are they not? One thing, subject on our terms, tamper with the scene of the crime. I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill. If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job. Ah, yeah, well, a change in occupation might be good for you. However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party. That goes without saying. Mr. Dick Killer. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of the guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought that they could run away from their guilt. My client did to frame another for the crime. Are you talking about the button and the knife? Yes, and my business card. Oh, this card. So that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible. You try and make things easy? My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service. He's pretty devoted to his work. But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with a knife, and even hide my card from sight. That is something I cannot overlook. Wait a minute, she never hid your card from sight. In fact, she hid it. She had it out like half the time.
Yeah, she was holding it.
It's really hard for truthful him not for him being here. While pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing? That is correct. Usually, most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi too.
I was looking for Maya.
No, I already told you I have no intentions of using your services, ever.
Wink.
Well, let's not say ever. Maybe just low chance I'll ever ask for you.
My eyes twitching.
Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here? Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Guido was dead. From the very beginning?
Still thinking about that wine glass.
That is correct. From before my client visited the room. All of my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times. I wonder if that's really true. That's odd. But even more appalling is the creation implanted the knife and button. So far, the wine glass seems to be the answer, right? Like in this statement?
Yes.
Because she wouldn't go in if she already knew. But I'm pretty sure that's the answer. I just want to press the other stuff.
Yep, see what it brings up.
So why do you think your client did that? What do you mean by why? Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would someone who had requested a murder go to the crime scene anyways? That is true. I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. Ungard. If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it? Sadly, that is not possible. Huh? My job is to kill, that is all, and to leave my business card behind naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall. That is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules. And that's all you have to testify? Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again. Again? As in you plan to continue? I must, as I've yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. Naturally, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney? Excuse me? No, I'm fine, really. Actually, I might lose my defense lawyer job, so, viable path, actually. We'll talk after. Are you really now? I wonder what kind of man would judge thinks I am now. What are you gonna do now, Phoenix? All I can do now is expose the lies. That's true. However, you realize that would be very bad for our client, right? I'm so confused. But the one thing I know for sure is I can't let this trial end yet. Alright.
Well, bam.
Wine glass time.
That one.
Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. DeKilla. What is the meaning of that attitude? When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, Your client had no idea that Juan Carita had been murdered. But how? How do you know that? From this wine glass, Your Honor. The glass? Mr. the Killer's supposed client thought Mr. Carita had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. But isn't that just a part of Agent Andrews' calculated plan? That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would never have left their fingerprints behind. I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain that strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyways, correct? I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Agent Andrews really is your client, as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Carita's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. How strange. Yes? Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble. Yeah, I know. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence. Sorry. Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you. Anyways, I'm positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well. Right now, I have to buy us more time, while we wait for the items the killer left behind to get here. I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items. This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the awards ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes.
What bar?
So you physically met your client, huh? That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. This request came to me about a week ago. Okay? 1 week ago? Are you sure? Yes, I'm quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind. Please, stop. In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind. Specific date and time? It was a request for my services on the night of the award ceremony. Did you ask why on that specific night? No. I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's requests. But as for why, I only have my suspicions. Your suspicions, huh? We need to buy time. Right?
I guess. Try.
So, what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night? I'm sure it was all for the bear. The bear? My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Carita's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me. You must be talking about this bear puzzle. Inside that figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its content at the press conference, after all. That is correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would have not known where that bear figurine was. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance? Was it important?
Not too much.
Yeah, I don't see any like contradictions in what you said. I'll say not important. I don't think it was. I
Yeah.
can't think of anything that's contradicting. What they could have said sounds plausible, but in the end, it's just his conjecture. No, Your Honor, I don't think it's very important. Well then, witness, please continue. We met at a certain bar discussing finalize a few matters. That's the question you kept bringing up, right, Shane?
Yeah. Certain bar.
So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right? Of course I did. What was that? What was with the brief pause?
Press further. Press further.
Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details. I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail. And why is that? That's because I value the trust between the client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client while looking them in the eye. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just not of any importance? I think we're trying to ask him like, alright, then tell us what Adrian looks like, or something like that, you know?
Something, yeah.
Of course, it was very important, Your Honor. If Mr. the Killer had met his client before the murder, then it's unlikely he is mistaken. So you're saying that his client really was Adrian Andrews?
No.
I guess so.
Oh, I guess it wasn't important. Oh,
You
shit.
see, it is just as I said. That's a loss. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping here? Calm down, Phoenix. Think carefully and relax. Now then, with the witness, please continue.
I guess try that one and again say not important.
Okay. This one, right?
Yeah.
So you met her, brief pause, let it go, right?
Press further and then say not important.
Let's see. Look, not important. Why he meets his clients, not important, and that wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions. What do you mean by that? My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person? I have already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him. Him? That's when I thought I can trust this person as a client. It's true what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
Very important.
Nah, I don't think so.
No. People can identify as whatever they want today.
Yeah.
Especially through other people.
Damn, this case would have been hard in 2023.
Yeah.
I heard what I just heard just now. Then I
But
think...
wait, no. The killer would already be canceled because he assumed gender.
Oh, yep, that's right. The whole court case would have been against him. And I think I got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance. Really? If that's the case, witness, please include the statement just now in your testimony. Very well. From the moment I saw him, I thought I can trust this person as a client. We gotcha.
Present.
We gotcha.
That's clearly
Ooh, like these
woman.
pictures.
I could be your angel or your devil.
I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time? Yes, that is correct. And that's when you thought he was trustworthy. How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct. I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale. What? Surely the killer? You have never met the real Adrian Andrews. Huh? What? Why would you say that? Because you made one very big slip up. About her. So what's the issue? It's 2023. Oh shit.
Actually, this game takes place in the far future of 2017.
Oof. That means he's correct. He got us. What did you say just now? About her? If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person. Well, look where I told you that she's a woman.
Damn.
Oh, the radio, no.
Oh, we lost him.
Order in the court. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? This witness testified to the following. That he always meets face to face with his clients when taking their requests. But he's never met Adrian Andrews in person. Yes, Your Honor. That is exactly the point. That means Mr. DeKiller's clients could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews. Oh, that's oil sweat.
Oil.
Now, Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake? I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor. Her name? Yes, Adrian Andrews is without a doubt a very androgynous name.
Androgynous. I can't even say it. Androgynous.
Androgynous name. Yes, I see. Unluckily for Mr. DeKiller, the entire time he was on the stand, no one has stated Adrian Andrews' gender.
Whoa, can't say that nowadays.
Yeah, I can't say that nowadays. Edgeworth canceled. And so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with. Well, what? What is going on?
Hashtag Edge isn't worth.
Surely the killer. This court demands an explanation. I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another.
That's some shitty trust.
That means you remember something different now. Yeah, of course. Please, if you will allow me to testify once more. I know he's just gonna spit out more lies. Very well, but this time, please give us the truth, and nothing but the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail. You immediately contradicted yourself.
Fuck this guy.
There have been times when I took a job while having met my client. The request was for the murder of Juan Crida and 2 or 3 other small things.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. You went from I only kill and that's my only job to now I'm an errand boy. So you took this job through a letter.
I'm the Grubhub of murder.
Dang, can you imagine if Uber or Grubhub added assassinations into their requests?
You gotta turn on night
tier.
mode, and then you can see the hidden option.
Yeah. 5-star right there. He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony. Which means he is definitely lying. Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us. I know, I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing up there across from me. No matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it. Now then,
completely breaks character. Damn, Phoenix. I didn't have an answer for that. Holy shit.
Now then, let's begin a cross-examination. Alright. I remember. Took that request by mail. Immediate. What the fuck? But didn't you just say that you always meet your clients? In person? Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there were some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible. You see, COVID was a thing, social distancing and all that.
Not in this ancient past.
Not in the ancient past of 2017. But didn't you meet your client this time? No, I did not. Oh, come now. Let's stop with the scheme of cat and mouse. Using your silkiest voice is not gonna work on me. Alright then, just cough it off and confess. Mr. Wright, you can't badger William with such harsh words.
He's an assassin.
He's an assassin. You're a lawyer, so behave like one and present evidence of instead of mindlessly yelling. You know what? I'm gonna hire him for you, Judge. Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. Killer met with his client? Do we have the proof? Do we have the proof?
I think we're not. We're trying not to do this right now.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're trying not to decisive evidence him, right? We gotta play safe.
Not right way.
Okay, we don't have any proof. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I don't have any proof. I see.
You could watch the Phoenix Wright anime that came out in 2016.
Then your line of questioning was just another waste of time. Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is the nature of right and wrong. Ouch. You got us, Edgeworth. There have been times when I took a job while I haven't met my client. And why could you not meet certain clients? Recently, I have been receiving more requests. If I met each and every client, I will lose some nice business opportunities. Nice business opportunities? Yeah, you know, sponsorships. On top of which, the times have changed. It is now the age of information and computers, correct? Well, I've joined the times and now take requests via electronic mail. Electronic mail? Do you have to mail that in a special insulated envelope? I'm very sorry. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant by electronic mail is what commonly referred to as email. Email?
Oh my god.
In a contest of mimicry, the judge would beat a parrot, hands down. Anyway, so you took this job while I haven't met your client, and... The request was for the murder. And two or three other small things.
2 or 3 small things.
2 or 3 other small things? Yes. And what were these other things? A few other things that have nothing to do with this case. What should I do? Should I let him slide with that?
No. Never.
It'd be really bad if I pushed his buttons the wrong way and got mad.
Who cares? Press it.
Who cares?
Who asked? No.
So press it. Who asked?
Press his buttons. He's a transmitter.
Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide. Mr. Attorney. Yeah? Everything I've said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination. Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client? That's... I smell the stench of a backstabber.
This has been the most emotive witness yet.
And should you turn out to be one... Wait. Uh-oh. This is looking real bad. I shouldn't press my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? Don't think it's worth pursuing, Shane.
Are you... Do it.
I don't think it's worth pursuing. Why do you think it's worth pursuing?
Because it needs to happen.
Why does it need to happen? What?
Well, because, you still do have to get him.
Yeah, but I think the goal right now is to just stall for time, not to go for the kill.
It's still stalling. The other things would have been also pressing it, too.
Should we at least listen to the other stuff first before deciding what to press? Or do you think we should just commit to this one?
We could try, but I think keeping going.
So press further is what you're saying.
That's what I say, unless you want to see what the other things are.
Hmm.
Up to you.
I think they pressed the other stuff first. The killer sounds like one sharp man. I should try and find a better way to do this without making him suspicious. Let's continue with the testimony. Witness, if you please. So, Neng at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man. So you're saying that you never saw your client's face, not even once? I did. Once. It was when I went to give my client the figurine. Yes, I see. But Miss Andrews was wearing a mask at the time. A mask? The Nickel Samurai mask, I'm guessing. Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about this? Do you have any problems with this piece of testimony? I can't think of anything.
No. I don't think so.
You can pull something out of what he said. But it would be real bad if I did something that made him mad over something trivial. There are no problems with the testimony, Your Honor. Pretty much reached the end of our rope here. Huh? Seems like we're still okay to me. And that's exactly what is so bad. At the rate we're going, we'll end up completely destroying the killer's lie. If we do that, you already know how serious of a situation that'll put us in. Oh yeah. All I can do now is pray that those items reach us in time. Okay. I took the request by mail. Times to job. Request of murder, walking and three other small things.
I mean, it's just seeing what the 2 or 3 small things are. How bad can they be?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't have anything else. Yes, what were those other small things? Nothing to do with this case. Alright.
As further
Take Shane's. Let's take Shane's route. Believe in you, Shane.
You fool! Haha!
Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what those other jobs your client requested were. If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice. The bear figurine. The bear figurine? After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing. And where was that figurine? It was inside Mr. Kurita's suitcase. And then, what did you do next? I handed it over to my client right away. You gave it to your client? Interesting. This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just stated in your testimony. As you wish. One of those was to find the bear figurines and to give it to Adrian Andrews. I found this figurine at Mr. Engard's mansion. If you gave it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing there? I was waiting for her there. That was also part of the plan to frame Mr. Engard, I'm sure. That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of testimony? Is there a problem with that?
I mean, that was for the suicide note ultimately, right? Inside of it?
But do we have a problem with the fact that they met at his house?
Probably not. We could probably just present that instead of saying there's a contradiction.
So no objections, but we just present evidence on that statement.
Yeah.
No use. As long as I can't put my finger on the central problem here. Pressing this witness anymore would be extremely dangerous. Appears that Mr. Wright has no problems. What about that witness? Please continue.
So the one before that, try.
Bear figurine, give it to Adrian Andrews. So this one, right?
Yeah.
Represent the bear or the note?
I think the note, because that was inside the bear.
Okay. Shelley the Killer. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it. This item?
Alright, he doesn't know.
I see where you're going. Yep, that's where I'm going. Where's everybody going? Do I need to pack a suitcase?
Oh, you won't need a suitcase or you're going.
Yeah, Judge. Your Honor, please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony. I was going to burn it for her sake. If even for a single minute the bear has actually been in Miss Andrews' hands, I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it. Order, order, order! So that's where you two were going. So with the very fact that this suicide note was still inside the bear, it tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle. What? Which means... It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client. Oh! Order, order, order! Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm sure I mentioned this before. How I hate traitors above all else. I think your cross-examination has clearly demonstrated something to me. You must wish to break your end of our agreement. No, that's not... That's enough. If that is your intention, then there is only one thing for me to do. Is that a shotgun? No, wait, please. Gentlemen, ladies, please excuse me. I have a matter that I must attend to. No, please. Not that. Please wait. Mr. Attorney, bring this trial to a speedy end and I may stay my hand. Otherwise... Mine's dead. What in the... Mr. Wright, are you... Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. I didn't understand this witness outburst just now. Do you think that there's a need to hear more testimony, or is this enough? Well, we should... Edgeworth, we can't do this. If we keep this up, Maya, she'll... The prosecution, What has come over everyone? Even if you are... The prosecution rests. What is going on around here? The prosecution has no further questions, Your Honor. What? What? Well, I never thought I'd see the day. This is a most unusual situation. If the prosecution rests with no further questions, then the prosecution has failed to uphold its stance. If that's the case, then even though I'm reluctant, I must believe that Mr. the Killer's testimony is accurate. That would mean that Shelley the Killer's client is Adrian Andrews. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. If I end the trial here, right now, then your client, Matt Ungar, will be declared innocent. And in his place, Adrian Andrews will be charged with murder.
Send her to her death.
Would be charged with murder. The prosecution has no further questions, so we will now hear the defense's final remarks. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, Matt Ungar, to the stand. The items from the kill's house didn't make it in time. We tried as hard as we could, but it looks like our time has run out. I can't believe it. The outcome now lies in your hands. Well. Boss fight time.
Did the old guy finally decide?
To be honest, I can't think of you as a truly innocent and good person. You have done enough evil to drive a woman to suicide. But, at least in the charge of murder, it would appear you are innocent.
Oh, I guess even the old fuddy-duddy figured me out.
But, Mr. On guard?
What an atrocious lawyer I have, giving his own client up like this. And that refreshing like a spring breeze crap, it's just as atrocious, don't you agree? Anyway, get on with it and pronounce me innocent already. Right, Mr. Lawyer?
Should I side with justice, or should I say by his life? Again, guys, guilty sentence. But if I did that, man would die. But if I say he's innocent, then Miss Andrews will be charged as a murderer. Do I say he's guilty or not guilty? Either choice I make, someone's life is gonna end.
Believe in the miracle, Neng.
It all hinges on what I choose. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. If the person who hired the assassin was Adrian Andrews, then your client, Mr. Matt on guard, is innocent.
I'm innocent. There's no need to ask, old man. After all, my lawyer is going to say that what I want, aren't you?
Right. I can't do this. I have to decide something. I can't count on the evidence to help me anymore. I have to listen to my heart. My client, Matt on guard, is... Oh shit, wow, this is a hard choice.
Make a save and then see what the goof of not guilty brings.
I mean, clearly not guilty is the bad ending.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
I mean, they're laying it out so thickly.
Time to betray him. Let's go.
You fool.
Guilty.
Fool.
Right, get that betrayed voice ready. We're waiting for your answer, Mr. Wright. Matt on guard, your client deserves an answer. Maya, I'm sorry. Matt on guard is... Ow! Why did you hit me on your way in?
Ow!
Francisca von Karma!
Your client is Francisca? Whoa.
Ow! You see now, don't you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I'm finally the one that's correct for once. This is exactly why you should never take your eyes off of that scruffy fool. Did you bring him? The final pieces. Do you have them? You should know better than to ask that, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Von Karma's perfect in every way. The evidence is here in perfect condition. Don't worry about Scruffy. He's fine, and his injuries are minor. He only has 2 broken legs. He'll walk it off.
But when he found him, he only had 1 broken leg.
All the items are inside this. What a filthy old coat this is.
Oh.
That's gumshoes. I can spot his tattered rags anywhere.
Bad.
I apologize for its ugliness, but there's nothing else to wrap the items in. I fought long and hard this whole trial. All for what is inside that raggedy coat. I'm sure that inside that coat lies a crucial piece of evidence. Your Honor, inside that filthy coat, that disgusting looking piece of fabric, are the defense's final pieces of evidence. Your final evidence? This trial is already over. All that remains for me is to hand down my verdict. I do not believe that any evidence presented now would change the outcome of this trial. What? Your Honor, it is our duty to examine every piece of evidence, down to the last. I request that Ms. Von Karn be allowed to present these pieces of evidence. I suppose you're right, Mr. Edgeworth. I grant permission to do so. However, this one obvious rule applies here. If these items do not bring up any new points, they would not be accepted by this court. Now, Ms. Von Karma, if you please. These pieces of evidence are items left by the killer during his escape from the police. He must have been in quite a rush. Yes, Your Honor. The killer left 3 pieces of evidence. Somewhere among the evidence we're about to see, there would be something that would turn this whole situation around, like a miracle. I'm sure of it. That is all we can hope for. The first item is a pistol. Does the killer's pistol have anything to do with this case? No, I don't.
I guess.
Where have we have not seen a bullet or a gunshot anywhere.
True, he got strangled.
Yes, I was like, we have not seen a gunshot
no.
anywhere.
So no.
I'm pretty sure there was no gun involved in this case. I'm pretty sure that was a self-defense weapon, if anything, for the killer. There's no real benefit to hearing about it. Please present the next piece of evidence. One of the items retrieved, nothing else is known. The second piece is videotape. Oh, hold up. I bet the killer took that from Mungard Mansion. It might have footage of this camera.
Yeah, we could take a look.
Have you checked the contents of that tape? Unfortunately, there was no time to. Oh yeah. But I would speculate that this tape is very important. Why would you say that? Because he came back to his hideout for it. The killer went back for it? That's right. It looks like he was trying to recover it. He injured 3 of the officers at the site. But somehow, it looks like they managed to protect it from the killer. Surely the killer is no ordinary man. Okay.
Alright.
The last piece of evidence is this bellboy's uniform.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Ah, uniform from the Gateway Hotel? Was that used during the crime? I am almost certain it was. There's even a pair of black leather gloves in one of the pockets. There's no doubt about it. The killer was wearing this on the night of the murder. There's one thing I found interesting about this uniform. And what is that? There's a button missing on this uniform. A button? It's a very unique button. I'm sure if we were to recover it, it would provide us with an interesting clue. Bellboy's uniform added to the court record. One of his special buttons is missing. That is all I have to present, Your Honor. It's just as I thought. And what is that, Your Honor? I'm sure when we're under normal circumstances, these items from Shoghi the Killer's hideout would be very important clues. However, our question is not who did the killing, it is who is the client. Yes, that is correct. And these 3 items do not tell us anything about that. Thank you for your hard work, Ms. Von Karma. You may step down now. Wait, Your Honor. Please allow me to examine this new evidence. overruled. This court already has all the evidence it needs to hand down a verdict.
Wonderful. Absolutely splendid. This judge is such a brilliant man, isn't he?
Is this the end? Phoenix. I knew it. There's no such thing as a miracle in this world, is there? I think you're wrong. I think they do exist. But you have to make that miracle happen. You've come this far. You can't give up now. But no matter how you think about it, it's... Try, for my sake. Just think about it for a second. There are two ways out of this situation for us. Two? The first. Make Angard wish from the bottom of his soul for a guilty verdict.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Get real.
Huh? The killer will always place his client's wishes first. If Angard himself wishes to be convicted, then he will let his hostage go. That may be true, but have you seen this guy? Mia, fucking look at him. He's a psycho.
I don't even know where he gets the wine glass.
That's asking me to do the impossible. The second way. Force the killer to end his contract with Angard. If the killer were to no longer think of Angard as his client, then he would let Maya go. Mia, that's even more impossible. Actually, that's pretty easy, actually.
Yeah, that's more.
In fact, I kind of already... Now that I think back to it, I think he already broke the rules. Angard. Didn't he admit who the killer was when we confronted him in the jail cell?
Like immediately?
Yeah, he was like, "Oh yeah, that guy's that guy I hired him." I was like, "Oh, well, you broke the rules immediately."
Yeah. So I guess prove that.
Yeah.
Oh, essentially.
Yep, that's even more impossible. He's a man who values his duty towards his clients above all else.
But Angard doesn't.
Yeah,
He doesn't care. He's seen the killer as another expendable.
Yep, I know both of them seem impossible feats at first. But if you can make either one happen, it would truly be a miracle. The bigger problem is, the judge has already said he doesn't need more evidence. The pieces that were just shown, he's not accepting them. Phoenix, think things through from the other side. Isn't that what has always worked out for us?
Outside the box.
The other side? Wait, does you mean... You mean to turn things around? Phoenix,
turnabout.
The judge says he doesn't need the evidence. If that's the case, then who does need it? The person who needs the evidence. The defense, prosecution, and the judge. We've seen all the pieces of evidence. And that is how we have come to know the truth. But there's one person who has yet to see them all.
Oh, the killer.
And that person does not know the truth. That truth, it may be what will bring about the miracle in the end. There are no objections this time, correct?
Objection.
Now then, I will pronounce my verdict. I hope no one shouts objection this time as I slam my gavel down.
Why don't we all respectfully sit back and listen, kid?
I have already told you, Mr. Wright. This court does not need any more evidence. I am not saying it is us that needs the evidence, Your Honor. Then, you want to show this evidence to that person? Yes, Your Honor. Please, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, for you to ask with such passion, I will grant you one chance. Well, one chance? Please show your evidence to whom you think is the right person. That's impossible. To turn this situation around, one try. One try. That is all I will permit. I have to try to remember. Everything that has happened up to this point. Think, Phoenix. Think. There must be a way to save Maya while taking Angard down at the same time.
The killer hates betrayal.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's not waste any more time.
Oh yeah, the whole fucking recording thing, so he could blackmail him if he ever got found.
Yep.
He could throw the killer. All right,
That's right. Who would you like to show the evidence to?
the killer.
Good killer? Bad.
Actually,
We show this, they're like, but that's just the butler.
who's that?
Take that. I see. And now, tell this court what one piece of evidence you would like to show this person.
The videotape.
VCR. It's the correct one, right, Shane?
Yes,
Yes.
the videotape.
Tape that. Videotape. Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Well.
Oh wait, is it wrong again?
Uh-oh. Mayor shows on bailiff. Please bring the transceiver from earlier.
Oh, okay.
Alright. It looks like I managed to convince him. Woo! Maya, she's okay, right? Didn't I tell you not to concern yourself with bringing about a speedy end to this trial? Now, if I understand correctly, you wish to show me one piece of evidence? Yes, one is all I need. I have here a videotape. It was found at your hideout. I heard you injured 3 officers in your attempt to get this back. That was most regrettable. However, it was an order from my client. I was told to protect that videotape. I thought so. I'm afraid I seem to have failed in that regard. Do you know the contents of this tape? I was sternly told by my client to not watch it, so I have absolutely no idea. Actually, you are on this tape. Me? There was a video camera hidden at the crime scene. Your actions were being recorded. What? Is that true? Mr. Wright? Who was it that planted a camera? Well, the only person who could have placed the camera at the scene of the crime would be your client, naturally. That was Adrian Andrews. Be quiet and listen, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Your client specified a place and time for you, isn't that right? Yes. That was so they could film you. I had no idea. Mr. Wright, why would my client do such a thing? I would like to know why. Why did Matt Ungard film the crime scene? The reason why he did that is my ticket out of this whole mess. There's only one reason why your client was secretly filming the same crime scene. They didn't trust your skills.
Exactly. No. You already
They
know.
wanted blackmail. Your client once told me something very interesting. We were talking about you in jail where he ratted you out.
Immediately.
Immediately. And this is what they said. And I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone.
I don't believe anyone, least of all assassin. Oh, come on, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. Yes, fuck that fucker. Fucking fuck. Yes, that's where the video comes in.
I remember that quote where you call him a fucky fuck.
With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want.
Look at that trust being destroyed. Your client didn't trust you at all. They were thinking of using this video to blackmail you. What do you have to say to that, Shelly the Killer? Good.
This isn't sweating, this is tears.
Oh. It looks like I was being deceived from the very beginning. Yes, by natural. That is the kind of person they are. Your client is a person who only thinks and plots of how to use the people around them to protect themselves from any and all dangers that may arise. That's the true nature of your client. I have one question for the witness. Yes. You told us one thing numerous times during your testimony. You said that you detest traitors most of all. Yes, that's right. But what if that traitor was your own client? What would you do then?
BRB.
That's obvious. I would break our contract in that case. And then that client would become my next target. For the honor of the killer name, even if it takes an eternity. I would follow that person to the ends of the earth to exact my punishment. I see. That's all I want to know. So the traitor becomes the killer's next target. Ah, I get it. This is how we'll turn this case around. Mr. Wright? Yeah? My contract with my client is over as of now. Now I don't need this little girl. I seem to have a new job on my hands. I will now return to you your precious item. Here's your badge.
Thank you.
What the? I'm not an item. Beep. Maya, I thought I'd never see you again. Oh, thank goodness. This trial appears to have come to its conclusion. However, I'm sort of... I don't quite know what just happened there with the client and the witness and... Miss Von Karma, where did that... She always has you in her sights. Now, I do believe it's time to finally hand out a verdict. This is it, Shane. It's our L. Our first L. Our first L, Shane. Mr. On Guard. It looks like somehow you got what you wanted. You will finally receive the acquittal you want so badly. Should be happy. But before that, I would like to make one final statement. Sometimes in the near future, one very betrayed assassin may appear before you. Needless to say, that man is very good at what he does. I'm sure you will understand what I mean if you watch this video.
Oh, wait. Oh, it doesn't even catch up my shrill voice. Hold on. Help me!
Now then, Your Honor, the verdict, if you please. Is that alright with you, Mr. Wright? We have finally reached the end of a very long battle, and in Neng and Shane's case, longer than it should have been. Whether he's convicted or acquitted, there's no escape for him now. Go on, Phoenix. Plead whichever way your heart tells you. Take that L. Right, Chief. Not guilty, I want the W.
Choose what you would choose.
Man on guard. Even though I am a lawyer, I cannot make a crime disappear. I think a guilty verdict is appropriate here.
Me? My wonderful self? Guilty?
Even if you got an acquittal, the instant you step foot outside the detention center, your life will be in danger. No matter which way you look at it. You can't run away from your crime anymore.
Oh.
As always, it looks like we have uncovered the real truth. We? I don't remember you helping out much in this. Mr. Edgeworth, how's Matt and guard? I have left Miss Von Karma in charge of his incarceration. I'm sure he's getting a full course meal of whipped leather right about now. Very good. That was a close one, wasn't it, witness? Yes. I plan to pay my debt to society for my own crime, Your Honor. The first time I was called to the witness stand during this trial, all I felt was despair. She must be talking about the time Edgeworth really went after her. We never did that ever. I guess she's trying to forgive him for what he did. Let's put it, she has an illness. I don't give a shit if she kills herself.
Yeah.
Hey, shoot death. That is no concern to me. But after that, when I was alone at the detention center, that's the first time I really saw myself for who I am. And today, when the two of you used your combined strength to convict Matt, I felt like I have finally been saved. Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen her smile. I'm really happy that you two were in charge of this case. I really don't know how to express how I feel at this moment. This is the first time I felt comfortable with myself, with who I am. Thank you so much, everyone. Looks like we have resolved everything at last. As for myself, there are still a few things I'm confused about. But everyone seems to be in good spirits. And that is good enough for me. That is all. This court is adjourned. Where's our confetti? At least in the bad ending we got confetti.
It's gonna have to dust up for a while.
Fine. You agree out there, Phoenix? What I did out there was right, wasn't it? This is the first time you've not gotten your client off. Stop. Thanks for reminding me of my L, Mia. You suck.
And now people are gonna see, wow, he will turn against you if you're actually guilty. I don't think I want this defense lawyer.
You got
Which
my...
actually will just boost your W's in the future.
Yep. You got him a guilty verdict this time. But you have to look past all that to what's really important. You now realize that there is something more than just getting a not guilty, right? Yes, I understand now. Phoenix, think back for a second. Think to the moments before Miss Von Karma arrived with the final piece of evidence. Think about the incredible decision you had to make. Now then, Mr. Wright. Let's hear the defense's final statements on this matter. Can't calm my heart. I have to listen to my heart. Justice or Maya? My client, man guard, is he guilty or is he not guilty? Those were your choices then. And your answer. Your answer spoke to what being a lawyer means to you. Right. Edgeworth? I have good news. Maya's now safe in police custody. Really? So, Pearls, you're telling us the truth, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes. She's quite safe. Also quite starving. She lost like 50 pounds of weight.
But it's 50 pounds to begin with.
She's on the way here as we speak in a patrol car. Mr. Ma's safe. Also, you should bring her to a place to eat, not here.
Bring her burgers.
You did it. You really did it, Mr. Nick. Ow, she punches deceptively hard for a kid. I believed in you. I kept saying to myself, Mr. Nick will save her. Mr. Nick will save her. Well, thanks. Oh. What's wrong? Miss Von Karma. What's up? About earlier, thanks. Ow! Why are you still smiling, Mr. Phoenix Wright? You lost. Your perfect win record has now been crushed. And yet, you're still happy?
I am truly on the side of justice.
I don't think you ever understand, Miss Von Karma. How dare you? Don't worry. She may in time. After all, I was like that myself until a year ago. Edgeworth. For my own personal victories, and for guilty verdicts. I use every dirty trick in the book, and so my win record remains spotless. But a man appeared and stood fast against that selfish me. I fought in my usual manner and tasted my first defeat. I felt like I lost everything because of that. And then it was my turn to sit in the defendant's chair. And I was saved by that person I called my enemy. I couldn't forgive myself for all that had happened, so I left the prosecutor's office. And I left that note. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. Huh, as well he should have.
Damn.
A prosecutor who has shamed himself with defeat should crawl into a hole and die.
Then what about you?
But that was not what happened. After I left the prosecutor's office, I finally came to realize something. And it was in that moment of clarity that everything began to change. What foolish nonsense. We prosecutors use anything we can to attack the defendant. But every time we did so, no matter how desperate the situation, instead of giving up like most people, that man would hold strong with his undying faith. Look at him, that's when he lost some HP. Remember those times?
Yep.
And then, before I knew it, I began to trust in that man as well. What? You trusted your enemy? Doesn't matter how many underhand tricks a person uses. The truth will always find a way to make itself known. The only thing we can do is fight with the knowledge we hold and everything we have. Erasing the paradoxes one by one. It's never easy. We claw and scratch for every inch. But we will always eventually reach that one single truth. This I promise you. The truth? Yes, that's the reason why prosecutors and defense attorneys exist. But I'm sure you knew that already, didn't you, Wright? That's why you couldn't forgive me. This man who went into hiding. Isn't that right? This man who only had his sights set on victory, who ran away into the night. Ah. Is Mr. Edgeworth right, Mr. Nick? You really let me down. When he disappeared, I felt betrayed. The reason was because I believed in the things you said to me all those years ago. And you betrayed your own words. That's why, 1 year ago, I made up my mind. I decided that the Miles Edgeworth I knew had died. At least, that's what I told myself. You pathetic fool! Fucking idiot! Well, Miss Von Karma? I don't want to hear the wretched whimpering of a disgraced loser. Von Karma is someone who is destined to be perfect. Miles Edgeworth, you are no longer worthy. You are no longer worthy of being Von Karma. And neither am I.
Huh?
It's over. It's all over. And she was never seen again. Francisca threw something around just now.
I wonder what it could be.
This is an electromagnetic receiver. Isn't that the thing she used to track Detective Gumshoe? I'll return this to the precinct later. There's something else. Ah, isn't that Miss Von Karma's whip? I'll never set foot in another courtroom again. I'm sure that's what she's saying by this action. You should keep this, right? Okay. Thanks for the whip, I guess. Nick! Who are you?
Who?
Mamma mia, it's Maya.
Mamma mia.
Mystic Maya.
Mystic Maya.
Mr. Maya, you're alive. Barely.
What a beautiful family reunion.
Oh, Nick, I knew you would come through. You got on guard convicted, like I knew you would. And on top of that, you even rescued me. Well, of course I did. You know I would never desert you. Oh, we sure pressed our luck this trial. You're really lucky to be standing here. Whatever. Look, it's over, okay? Besides, if I did croak, I would just come back and haunt you like a bad ghost through Pearly. Is it really that easy to just do something like that? Thanks a lot, Nick. Don't mention it. Maya. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm relieved you're alright. Hey, it looks like you made some real progress, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I suppose I'm a little different from who I was a year ago. Huh. Also, I'm dying of starvation. Alright. I think it's time we all got out of this depressing place. Huh? Where are we going? Food, Nick. Food. Grub. Chow. I'm starved. I haven't eaten in like 5 days. Thank you, John, for the sound effect. I'm so hungry, even you look like a nice juicy burger on a bun to me, Nick. You think I look like a burger? I'm a prime rib at least. Come with us, Mr. Edgeworth, please. If you insist. Alright, so how about we hit up our usual burger joint? Don't be silly, Nick. Huh? This case messed up that awesome evening and got in the way of my gourmet food. So I decided that we have to make it up by having another feast. Another feast? Come on, Nick. Food! Yeah, back to the place where you got kidnapped. Good times. Hey, pal. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. I was in a coma. And Gumshoe, you alright? Yeah, but I'm really embarrassed. I didn't think I would hit a telephone pole, of all things. A telephone pole? Then it wasn't a real light that got him? You did it again, city boy. I felt like my dear old heart was gonna give out on me, and I ain't joking. Yeah, it was more exciting than the very last episode of Steel Samurai. Thanks. Now, looky here, Mr. Snotty Prosecutor. Don't you reckon you bully Mr. Wright too hard? If you don't start being a lot nicer to him, he might just kick it. Tonight, even. I'll keep that in mind. Well, come on now. Everyone's gathered round. Y'all gonna get your picture taken by a genuine professional photographer. Looks like Lada brought herself a new camera. Well, pal, at least we can put this messy case behind us now. Come on, tonight's all about eating, so let's go chow down, pal. Amen to that, pal. Amen. You know, when you think about it, you were the one who saved the day, detective. Huh? Me? You really think so? He's right. If it wasn't for the 3 items you took, I think this trial would have had a very different ending. Well, you know, it's, I'm the greatest. Huh? Wait. That's odd. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things in total, sir. What? 4? Yeah, I'm sure I put one of those items in my coat pocket. There was a 4th item? Oh, come on, y'all, it's over. But woo boy, I tell you, you really are something else. Between getting accused of murder and getting kidnapped, never a dull moment with you, huh, Maya? Huh, Maya? You always, you prankster, you always putting everybody in grave danger because of all your actions. Yeah, you think? Why does she look so happy about that? We need to get a prison selfie, Maya, in the office. But being shut away for 2 whole days. Weren't you scared? Yeah, it was really scary. I felt so hopeless. So to keep my mind off of things, I drew a picture. Sounds like you had it rough, gal. So where's this picture of yours? Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see Mr. Glass' picture. You know, I don't know where it went. Aw, that's too bad. Well, it's alright. It wasn't anything important anyways. Sure is nice to finally see them both smiling again. More beeping. What is it, Edgeworth? This thing is picking something up. Oh, that's Miss Von Karn's receiver. Oh, thanks to her, I had the most awful experience of my life, sir. I can't believe she stuck a tracking device on me. That's odd. Even though you're standing right here, the tracking device seems to be in a different location. Oh, it's probably busted or something, sir. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm afraid that's about time for me to excuse myself. I still have some work to do. Aw, but Mr. Ashworth, you haven't even eaten anything yet. You eat way too much, you glutton. I had fun tonight. Now, if you excuse me. Wait. What? I just want to say, thanks, Edgeworth. You really saved me out there. Huh. If anyone should be saying thanks, it should be me, right? Felt like words alone aren't enough here. I wonder if there's anything I can give him to express how I feel. Oh. What's the most romantic thing we can give him, Shane?
That whip.
That whip. Here's my calling card.
Oh, the killer.
Here's this shitty picture. Here's Lotta's camera. She borrows off a new one. We never ended up using this. It was a fake clue.
I think it was only showing that Engard and the rooms are right across from each other. I think it's the whip. Try the whip.
Yeah, but I wanted a joke answer.
The gun.
Here's a suicide note. Here's a pistol. Here's the whip. I give him to express how I feel. A whip.
It's nostalgia. We both got hit by this.
I don't remember Edgeworth ever getting hit by it.
You can use it now. Take her place.
Take that. What's this? Thank you. It's all thanks to you two. You. And her. No need to thank me. I was only doing my job. It looks like Mr. Edgeworth has left, Mr. Nick. Hey, Mystic Maya? Yes, Pearly? I guess you two can go back to being lovey-dovey, right? You and Mr. Nick, I mean. We're in a hotel after all. Get a room. But Pearly, why would you cut it already? You're embarrassing me. Anyways. So, who's paying for this lovely dinner party? As if you need to ask. Everyone say thank you to Nick. Huh? Oh yeah, I'm kinda at the point where I can't even buy instant noodles, pal. So I kinda already put your name on the bill. Huh? What?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got me a situation just like that myself. There's this camera shop in this hotel, see? And I just bought myself this good old beauty here. It better be anyhow for $3,000. Huh? Actually, I reckon you bought it for me since it's on your tab and all. Times 4.
What?
Isn't this great, Mr. Nick? Yeah, Nick. I hate you all. Where's that number to the killer? I need a job. A big job. Why does I feel like screaming? Aw, you don't need to hold back now you're here. Yeah, pal. Time to let it all out. This is gonna be the first time I hear the real you. Go on. It's been a while since I heard you say it. I've been busy being a hostage and all. Alright then. If you say so. Yeah. We knew that was coming. And that's the end.
End of the second one.
Yeah, unless there's a DLC case. You really can't do it to me, Nick. I had to have that letter. Why did you find it? What do you feel like I've been living on the edge lately? I mean, I escaped death 3 times now. Pretty cool, huh? I feel like a pro. Don't lock me up in your office, please. Every day, Shane, we get closer to that meme video. I'm so happy they could say Mr. Maya, Mr. Nick. I'm so happy for the 2 of you. Speaking of which, I think this hotel is a popular place for honeymooners, so I sort of made reservations for 2 of you, just in case. Wow, pro, best wingman ever. Well, pal, looks like I'm back in the force again. Mr. Edgeworth had a long talk with the chief, and he got me reinstated for my sake. I heard said things like, letting that one go is bad for all society. I knew it. Crashing headlong to everything is the only way to live, pal. I forgot about this case. I'm Maggie Bryan and retired this uniform as of today, sir. I'm going to be a waitress from now on. And bring smile and joy to the people who come by the restaurant, sir. Hope you stop by sometimes, Mr. Wright. Yeah, so you're here to visit a patient. I'm Director Hardy. Oh. Recently, oh yes, that girl you know, I haven't seen her around. Yeah. But I remember, if I even lay so much eyes on her, it would go crack. Didn't remember if I got whipped though. Yeah, it was good. It felt good. Good old Hardy, huh, Shane?
Good old Mr. Hardy. The fake director.
Time to begin our quest of world circus domination, sweetie, and to let the world know we are serious. I plan to make a fabulous flight to Zimbabwe. Hey Max, what do you think Zimbabwe is like? Do you think there are castles made of cake and bunnies who can talk? I think if there's any talking bunnies, even they won't laugh at most jokes. Oofda.
Oofda.
I like the circus guys. I hope they come back.
They possibly will.
They could come back in the next game.
Once Mo murders someone.
Yeah, I'm ready. There's no these jokes gonna fall on deaf ears. I'm gonna be a more contemporary my humor. Mo curls represent. That's you, Shane. Oh wait, that's not you. I knew. Say something. Well, you're supposed to start this off. Get on with it, Ben. You don't even give goodbye line, Shane. Rest in peace, Morty. What's this? It's just an ordinary electric razor recharging. I can't believe this, really. How long do they plan on making me do this? Oh, but it's Edgepoo's idea, so it must mean it has a deep hidden meaning. But why do I get this feeling? They wouldn't forget about me, would they? Oh, they were like this in the old days. Everyone thought the world of me. They used to call me Queen Wendy. And all my backstory. I appreciate everything you, Miss Thatcher, did for me from the bottom of my heart. Oh, that's right. I received a letter from Miss Von Karma. She said that after I get out, I should feel free to consult her about anything at all. I'm really thankful that I've met everyone. It has become difficult for me in this country as of late. As such, I would take a short leave of absence. If you would like to request my services, please be sure to visit my homepage. May we both be blessed with longevity.
Oh, he self-destructed it.
I didn't think we'd get a goodbye line from the killer. Oh, what's this? Where are you going, Francisca? How'd you know I was here? With this? That's... I heard you were planting things on a certain person. Things like tracking devices in his coat, for example. That's just like you. I only planted there because he was always wearing it. This filthy drab coat of his. I don't know how it ended up in my luggage. But it's going in the trash, I promise you that. Oh, that's right. Speaking of that man, he told me something very interesting. When I ran off with the things from the killer's hideout, I was sure I took 4 things. 4 things? It seems he put the last one in his coat pocket. He put it in here? It doesn't matter anymore. The case is already over. What are you gonna do now? That's none of your business. Are you running away? Shut up. You don't understand a thing. You can't possibly understand what it means to be a Manfred von Karma's daughter. Francisca. So many expectations from everyone around me. Expectations I must fulfill. I'm expected to win no matter what, and failure, such a thing is not an option for me. My father was a genius, there's no doubt about that, but me, I'm no genius. I've always known that. But I had to be one. I had to. You may not be a genius like your father, but you are a prosecutor. You have been and always will be. No, I'm not. Not anymore. I've even thrown my whip away. Speaking of that, Wright gave me this to hold on to. Right? You knew something like this would happen, didn't you? I'm going to say this again. We prosecutors do not fight for personal honor or pride. I hope you would think deeply about what you should be striking down with that whip. You haven't changed a bit. You've always left me alone and walked on ahead without me. Miles Edgeworth, I've always hated you. And then, finally, my chance to take my revenge on you arrived. I could win against that man. I could make Phoenix Wright bow down in defeat. Then this girl you left behind would have risen higher than you. That was supposed to be my revenge. I see. You know, I can't do it. I can't change who I am. I can't throw away everything I've been until today. I believe you can. Just like how Adrian Andrews did. Adrian Andrews? You were going to use her during the trial, right? But you were dependent on your father by using his tactics, isn't that right? Today, you chased after me after I left you behind all those years. And that's why we're standing here now, side by side. But I have no intention of stopping. If you say you're going to quit your walk down the prosecutor's path, then this is where we part ways, Franziska von Karma.
Unexpected crying.
Look at her. I'm Franziska von Karma. Don't think I'm gonna walk in your shadow forever. Our battle begins now, so you better prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth. Phoenix Wright. One day, someday, I'm sure we'll meet again in battle. Until then, the last piece of evidence that never made it to you. I'll take good care of this fourth piece, so I can give it to you when at last we meet again. Look at that picture.
Oh, that was the drawing that Mia did.
That Maya did, yes.
Maya. Yeah.
Achievement. Woo! Oh, Shane, what did you think of the second game? Now that's done.
I liked it quite a bit.
At least I think it's done. Hope there's